Hello, Old Brooklyn families. This is Mrs. Kaiser, principal of the elementary program K to 4, coming to you from my office. I do not have a mask on today because Mrs. Scott is not with me. However, she does want to share this information as well with the middle school families. So I just thought it would be great to give you some additional information before you make your final decision regarding the school plans that are available. If you go to the Constellation website today, you will notice that there is a recent update on the school choice plans. And I wanted to give that information to you as well here. So the school year reopening plan has been updated today. The differences or the changes that are on that plan are all highlighted in yellow. When you go to the website, you'll see them. So the first major plan is that they have outlined what the virtual learning program looks like. So the important piece to remember is that the virtual learning plan is the plan your child stays in for the entire first semester if that is the choice that you choose for your child. They do not switch plans. They do not go to a school closure plan. They do not go to the hybrid. They stay in virtual learning plan for the entire first semester, and then they can have a choice to choose again. And in that plan, students are required to be logged into their computer for the whole day, with the exception for lunch and the experiential education piece of it. So go onto the website, take a look at what it entails. Basically, all students will receive 90 minutes of ELA and math. K to 5 students will receive 60 minutes of science and social studies. Students in grade 6 through 8 will receive 45 minutes of science and 45 minutes of social studies. All students will participate in PE, music, and art on Fridays. And Fridays will be dedicated also to small group instruction. And teachers will also provide that last hour of the day for anybody who needs to check in or who needs some extra help and assistance. So that is the virtual learning plan. I know that a lot of families are concerned with the hybrid plan because if we are in red or purple or level 3 or level 4, then as a school, we automatically will fall into the school closure plan. Remember, virtual learning people will not. Virtual learning plan is consistent. It stays exactly the same. The only group of students that will fall into the school closure plan will be those that chose the hybrid model. And with the school closure plan, we are still driven by attendance. That means as a school, we have to figure out how to document that your child was involved in a traditional school day. Now, we know that some families are choosing the hybrid plan because they feel concerned about monitoring their students in a virtual environment. Unfortunately, if we go to school closure, your child will be in a virtual remote learning environment. We're hoping to be able to build in a little bit more flexibility into the school closure where there might be a little bit more remote recorded lessons versus the live lessons. We're hoping that we can count attendance a little bit more by completion of work. But again, we still are bound by attendance rules. So there still will be some requirements regarding students kind of logging into the computer and completing work. So please be aware of that, but it will not be what the virtual learning plan is, where families are online from the normal school hours. So that's the difference between the two plans. Also, a big question had been dress code. So I know a lot of families have been asking about dress code. Dress code for the school building, if you're in the hybrid school closure plan, if you're in the hybrid portion of the school closure plan and you're in building, we are following dress code. If we are in the remote school closure plan of the hybrid plan, then the dress code is dress down day appropriate. So they don't have to be in their school uniforms, yet they still need to be dressed and they still need to have appropriate clothing on. If you are in the virtual learning program, then that is school dress down appropriate. You do not need to be in the school uniforms, yet you cannot be in pajamas, and it has to be appropriate clothing as well. So that I think clarifies that dress code question. And then the other big question we were having is about masks. Yes, masks are required only for students in ages 10 and up. So anybody who is 10 or older is absolutely required to wear a mask. Anybody who is younger than 10 is strongly urged to wear a mask, and we strongly recommend it, but it is not a requirement. So please keep that in mind. Back to dress code. So what is the dress code for masks? Again, we're just asking that it's school appropriate. Of course, Mrs. Scott and I will have the final decision on if we agree if it's school appropriate or not. So just kind of think of no violence, no drugs, no profanity, just nothing that will really distract from the learning environment. So we're not holding it to a specific color or a solid color right now. Just make sure that the masks that are chosen are school appropriate. We know that a lot of students and a lot of adults are having a hard time finding a mask that works well for them, especially our babies that have glasses. They're trying to figure out how to find something that's comfortable on their face and isn't fogging up their glasses. So we want to be a little bit flexible with that. Okay, the other difference in the new updated plan is families, we have extended the deadline for you. You now have until August 3rd to make your decision. I don't envy you. I know that you have a very big decision to make. And I completely recognize that there is no perfect situation right now. The perfect situation is that COVID didn't exist and we would be back to business. And I know that that's going to happen for us at some point. It just feels like it's taking a very long time, especially when we're in a school environment and we miss your baby so much and we want them here and we want what our norm was. But please be patient with us and thank you for your continued support. I have been so impressed with how positive everybody has been and how kind and considerate everyone has been with each other. We really are pulling together as the Old Brooklyn family that I know that we are, and I really do appreciate that. If you have any questions, please contact us. You will find that we will get back to you very quickly. If you are in the middle school, 5 through 8, you'll want to direct your questions to Mrs. Scott. If I can help for any of our K-4 families, please direct your questions to me and I will return those calls quickly. Thank you so much and have a fantastic weekend. And please give your babies a great big hug from me because I do miss them. Take care.